YouTube, what's going on? Yet another video from your boy, the Hooded Hero. If you haven't noticed, I wear this hoodie every time, obviously signifying um, my character that I told you guys about. Today's video is going to be about a few trades that I have from publishers that aren't really the big two, or are not the big two. Three different publishers, but one of them is from Vertigo, which is a subsidiary, a branch of DC. 5 titles. But first, I'm going to start off with my trip that I just took. Got back a couple hours ago from Phoenix. I went and saw world-renowned physicist and scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Such a good time. A little bit different from what I expected. It was kind of a comedy sketch, almost as if he was doing stand-up, but he incorporated science into it. What he did was um, um, he had a couple subjects, say the night sky, aliens, such and things of that nature, um, scientific subjects, and showed us different movies whether they got it right or wrong. And I mean, it was funny, it was informative. I definitely gained a little bit of knowledge out of it. But I mean, the guy is just the best part was Q&A by far. Q&A. I mean, people went and asked questions, and the way he answered that's what makes him so good, and that's what makes him so liked, and what makes him so famous in my eyes is that when people ask him questions, or when he's asked questions, he's just able to connect with you, in a way that inspires you, or just so that you can understand, on many levels. Um, and yeah, he's a big part of the reason I am really pondering going forward with a master's degree in physics. I've always had an affinity for it, and since high school, but I never really took initiative on it. And now it's just seeing him. It's something I'm really uh, looking to do. All right. First title that we have is Ninjak. All right, Ninjak by Valiant. I kind of put these in order of whether I read them and my favorite. So this one I did not read yet. The first two I did not read yet from Valiant. Ninjak. This guy is obviously a ninja. His name is Colin King. He was at once an inexperienced spy for MI6, and eventually, obviously through missions and objectives and whatnot, he gained the experience to be the world's leading badass, pretty much. And just reading the back of this book a little bit, there's a group that he is spying on. He has a mission against, and they are a group that has ties to his training and his past in in the art of ninjutsu, and why he's a ninja. Um, there's that. Put that back down here. And then we have Dr. Mirage, which I'm a little bit more excited for. By the way, shout out to my LCS, Villainous Lair. They're the ones who suggested these titles, specifically Chris, the manager. So, Chris, I hope you hope you see this video one day. Dr. Mirage. So one thing, when I looked at this title online, and Chris never mentioned this, which, I mean, it's not important, but I'll just get right into it. When you think about a superhero, how often do you think about a female? Not often. I mean, I am definitely not sexist. Definitely not sexist. But looking at this cover, without looking down here, when I looked at this online, I thought it was a guy. But I was pretty happy to see that it's actually a lady. I mean, I don't know why I covered that up anyway, but I guess it was just to make a point. But it's a lady. and I don't know, that's just it's just something that's exciting. It's different, and it's a main. I mean, you have how many really leading uh, 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 what famous characters or leading characters do you see in some of the other publishers? Yeah, Wonder Woman, sure. Catwoman, sure. Catwoman's not an A-lister. I mean, I'm not saying Dr. Mirage is an A-lister, but a woman in her own book. That's I like it. I like it. Anyway, her name is I'm forgetting Shan Fong is her name, and from reading the back a little bit, it's a little bit of a lovesick or a little bit of a heartbreak story. So I guess she lost her husband, and this organization comes to ask for her help, and she says yes. Through this ordeal, she finds that she might be able to save her husband, who is in the underworld as a soul. And so I'm really looking forward to reading that and see what kind of emotions are put in there. She's more of a mystic character, if you haven't guessed that already. So looking forward to that. Next is a book that I was pointed towards at Midtown Comics in New York. So this was at a point where I'm thinking, okay, let me read something a little different. Maybe not from a big title, well-known title, sure, but not a big title, kind of independent feel. And this is what I was given. So shout out to Midtown Comics. I forgot the gentleman's name that pointed me towards it, but Mage by Matt Wagner. Okay, I have Mage Volume 1 and Mage Volume 2 here. Or I'm sorry, Volume 2 and Volume 1. This is Volume 1 here. Uh, Excellent book. And what makes it that, to me, is its simplicity. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about, the lessons or whatnot that's in the book, but its simplicity is what makes it a great book to me. Um, so I'll actually just show you really quickly. So as I flip these pages, if you can actually see it, as I flip these pages, one thing you'll notice is very little dialogue, very little dialogue compared to a lot of other titles, a lot of other books. Um, the picture itself is able to tell the story. So you think about some of the old comics, not to bash on anyone that collects the older comics, and likes to read them. They were awesome, but some of the older comics, I mean, 70s, even 80s, I mean, dialogue, 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 and there's barely any room for action or for an artist's imagination. But here, man, Kevin. The gentleman's name, the main protagonist's name is Kevin, right here, and he happens upon this mage. Man, why am I forgetting stuff so much? Marth. Mirth is his name. Mirth. He's a wizard. Um, he happens upon this wizard who is disguised. I think he was disguised as a beggar or a homeless man, and Mirth unlocks his mystical potential. So Kevin happens upon this entity called a grackle fink, or a grackle something. And he takes it out, which is, like a lot of comic books or stories or cartoons show, anything that's not of this realm, of our realm, or the physical realm is something they're mostly very overpowering and unique in strength and such. But Kevin was able to take this thing out, and he has no idea how it happened. And Mirth ends up in his apartment and just starts talking all this nonsense about his mystical ability and he's all this and that. And it's overwhelming to him, but by the end of the book, he takes it in and he takes the responsibility and he starts kicking some mystic ass, with a baseball bat, a mystical baseball bat. It's awesome. It's just great book. Pick it up if you haven't. Mage by Matt Wagner. Okay, this is a title I am extremely excited for. I'm sure some of you watch The Walking Dead on AMC. This is another title, not by Image, but by Vertigo. This is the Vertigo title, picked up by AMC as a show. Okay? Preacher. Guys, if you haven't read this book, I mean, I haven't read the second volume yet, just yet. It's still sealed. If you don't know this title, please pick it up. I mean, definitely rated R. Definitely gripping. Definitely edge of your seat, like, oh, what? So Preacher is about a reverend, the protagonist, or you know what? That line is kind of skewed within all the characters, but the main character, his name is Reverend Jesse Custer, and he was a good reverend in good old Texas. That was probably a totally wrong accent, but anyway, he was a preacher in a small town in Texas, and basically a male angel and a female demon did the dirty and created this half-breed. I don't even know how to describe it or what to name it, but it's a half-breed. And half-breeds in this world are considered even stronger than the devil himself or God. And so it makes it dangerous. This half-breed gained consciousness right away and left heaven, where it was conceived or conceptualized. Yeah. Conceived. Whoa. Anyway, it left heaven, went straight to Texas somehow, and hit Reverend Jesse Custer in the heart at a bar. Okay? Now he basically has the power of the Word of God. Okay? The Word of God in this universe is one of the most powerful things, probably, arguably the most powerful thing or ability that you can have. Anything he speaks, when he means it, it happens, no matter what. You drop that beer. You take a piss in that corner. Anything he says with intent, it happens. He's joined by this vampire dude named Cassidy, who's just a riot. Like, I mean, this guy is biting people's necks off and smiling about it, and not even having a care in the world. But he just rides with Jesse Custer because Jesse Custer is the man. He's also joined by an old girlfriend named Tulip, and that story evolves. That's a big part. She's a big part of the emotion in this title. I mean, it's unreal. By the end of book one, you're like, oh my, like I need to finish this series. I believe there are 6 of them. I only have 2, but can't wait to get the rest. Great title by Garth Ennis. and art by Steve Dillon. This last one, I wrote a Facebook post about it, or put up a Facebook post about it, just urging people, if you're not into comics, that's fine. If you're not into the superhero thing, that's okay. So scratch comics, but if you're not into the superhero thing, that's fine. Read Saga. Okay, excuse me. Saga Volume 1, Saga Volume 2. There are much more. There are a few more volumes, and a lot. The title is still ongoing. It's not finished. But Saga, I'm telling you, it'll like I said on the Facebook post, it'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, I mean, there's so much emotion in this story, and there's so much courage, and there's so much determination, and there's so much value for family, and there's so much value for love, and I mean, this book, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. This book will pull you in 100% from the first 2 or 3 pages. It's about this family, Marco and Alana, and their baby, who is a newborn, and another half breed of 2 warring civilizations, or 2 warring races in space. And I mean, just the things that come up, we as people can totally relate. It's grounded in grounded in reality, in the concepts of the book, and the ideas, and things that happen and to this family. Like, just it's an awesome title. Please pick up Saga. Just pick up Volume 1. It's Volume 1 is $10. $10. I guarantee you'll love it. Guarantee you'll love it. I feel like I'm speaking to everyone now, but I guess I am. Anyway, that's what I got for today. I did get some pulls from Comic Book Wednesday yesterday when I got back. Today I just got them. But that'll be saved for another video. So that's that. I wanted to give a couple shout outs to, give me a second to look this up again. I want to give a couple shout outs to 2 new subscribers. Well, first, to all my friends that are supporting me on Facebook, and just coming over and subscribing. Thank you guys so much. This was probably a long time coming. I should have done this a long time ago, but I'm glad I'm doing it now, and it's a fun time. But yeah, moving on. Shout out to Kirby's Comics, and shout out to Semperfi Comic Guy. Kirby's Comics just subscribed. Semperfi just subscribed. And Semperfi, man, I just saw your latest video. I think I kind of heard it or saw it in some other comments, but just regarding what's going on with you, man, just keep up the good fight, like another one of the commenters said, and just stay strong, dude. We're all here for you. I think that's that goes without being said. And I think that's it. So this is the Hooded Hero. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't know. Show it to all your friends. See you guys next time.